This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from TheCage.com, and today we're going to take a look at HTC 10. Alright, so this may be the HTC's final device. Well, they're not exactly in a good condition for a company, so let's dive right in. So it's got a 5.2 inches of Full HD display, along with the front-facing camera that's enabled with the OIS and the dual speaker and everything that you could expect from a modern flagship smartphone. Alright, I'm going to tell you very briefly. I like this phone. Let's start with the display. It's got a QHD resolution display, it's a LCD profile, and you can change the color profile with the sRGB or Vivid, and both of them can switch the color temperature, so you can adjust that to your likings. It's a pretty solid panel, the color reproduction is great, and the brightness is not as bright as some of the modern smartphones, but it's actually good enough. And HTC was very proud about their software, as they should be. Their software is very light, and especially so on this guy. Aside from the Verizon bloatware on this particular model, everything is streamlined, and HTC was proud enough to tell us that they have removed all of the redundant software, and they definitely did so. Everything is very clean, and software is very light that you'll feel zero lag no matter which of the actions that you take on this phone. And the camera is another great part too. You can launch the camera by either tapping the camera icon there, or there is a very interesting way of launching the camera that you swipe down from the main screen twice and it's going to launch the camera. It's not particularly fast to launch the camera, but the photo quality are actually pretty good. You will get satisfactory image quality from both the front and the rear camera, since both of them have the optical image stabilizer, which is very hard to find in a smartphone's front-facing camera. Combined with the laser autofocus and the dual LED flash, you will be able to get a pretty good quality pictures even in a darker and low lighting environments. They got rid of the interface where you can flick on the screen to flip between the front and the rear camera. Samsung actually took that, but even with that, camera interface is still pretty clean. Audio quality is another part that they have refined again. It's got a HTC boom sound, and rather than having dual stereo speakers, they built their phone rather with a woofer on the bottom and tweeter on the top. So they will be generating not the left and the right sound on the speakers, but rather play different range of audio from those speakers. And the result is terrific. It sounds amazing, but it could have been a bit louder. It's a very unique experience to have a tweeter and woofer separated on a mobile phone, and I'm eager to even call that one of the best speakers that I've ever tried, but I can't really call it the best because it's not as loud as I wished it to be. The battery life is within the okay and good level. It lasts about 4.5 hours to 5 hours on the screen on time. That's not particularly great, but still, it's an acceptable range of the battery life in a flagship smartphone. One of the good things here is that along with the Snapdragon 820 quad-core processor, it's got a Quick Charge 3.0, and HTC gracefully bundled out a charger that's enabled with the Quick Charge 3.0. So you can fully charge this guy within an hour and 10 or 15 minutes, and you can top up from the 0 to about 50 to 75 within an hour. That's an amazing thing, especially considering that in your emergency situations that you can top up your phone to an acceptable level for your rest of the day within 20 to 30 minutes. And that's the thing about the HTC 10. It's got a good camera, it's got an awesome audio, it's got a great call quality, it's got a good display, and they finally got the fingerprint reader right. Micro SD card expansion is there, and it's got a future-proof USB Type-C port. That's pretty much everything to make me like this phone, and I honestly do like this phone. You know what? I love this phone. But that's me. I'm not sure if I can suggest this to you, mainly because there is a great competitor called the Galaxy S. Yes, there are a few parts that HTC 10 excels over the Galaxies, but they're waterproof. Some of them have even better battery life, and they will likely get better software support. So while the HTC 10 packs almost everything that you ask for a premium smartphone, the competition out there is way too tough for this guy. The bottom line here is that I love this phone, and I would love to stick to this. But should you get the HTC 10 over some of the competitors like the Galaxies? I'm not too sure about that. But if you do want this nonetheless, you should go for it. You will not have regrets over this. That's what HTC 10 is like. Thank you always for watching. You can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao.